Hello, 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 divine ones. Welcome. Today the guides are going to share a message and an activation. Dear ones, we wish to bring a message forth today that brings a peace and an ease to your heart, to your mind, because this is your true state. Your true state is one of peace and ease. And it is all the ideas and beliefs, society's beliefs, and your heritage. You have been told since birth, you pass it on and keep passing it on. These beliefs. And today we wish to bring a transmission and a message that aligns with the frequency of the truth of who you are, so you may live in a peaceful and easeful state. Peaceful and easeful state? Yes, they say that. Okay. Because that is who you are. And that doesn't mean that you won't have challenges, but it's the way you look at challenge and the way you look at what you would call like a hiccup. And the way you look at these things sometimes can be feeling overwhelming for you, and like you have too much on your plate. And yes, we would agree with this. You have been served a plate, as we've talked about many times, since birth, and even before birth, since your conception. You have been served either physically, emotionally, mentally, these beliefs, and as such, you have utilized these beliefs as ways to know yourself and ways to know others. And so you think that others are a certain way, and you like this quite much because it gives a certain amount of safety and control to say, you are the one that likes this. I am the one that likes that. I am always like this. You are always like that. See how we're different. And we would offer, see how you're all the same. Because you're always looking for ways of saying, I am different, or we are different, and blazing your own trail, which you may do as you wish. However, you also say things like, this is how we are the same. And in this sameness, though, there is this idea that I am going to belong if I am the same as you. And if we share the same things, even in your religions and spirituality, if we share this, now we have a common bond. And so now we become friends, or now we become like kindred spirits, if you would, because we both share the same things. Sometimes this can come through two people experiencing, or groups of people experiencing trauma, and now we are the same. Or you can experience this in other ways, like in groups of spirituality, and the cooking club, the book club, we are the same. You see, the way that you look at yourselves in terms of same and different, still creates a separation. Why? Because your idea of same, when it is based on this idea of inclusion, I will feel included when I am part of this club, when I am like you, when we pray in the right way, in the same way, we pray to the same God, to the same deity, we pray in this way, or we believe in this way, or like we said, you go to this book club, the swim club, it doesn't matter. It creates this idea that we are the same. There is an essence of you that is the same, that does not require these ideas and beliefs, activities, in order to be included, or in order to feel included, or in order to know yourself. Because the way you know yourself now is a conceptual knowing rather than an internal knowing. And through this conceptual knowing, you have this feeling of separation. And you might say, well, I feel, complete, or I feel whole when I am part of this group, or I feel whole when I am with my partner because they completely understand me or love me in this way. And we will say, yes, fine, you may have this or experience this all you wish. However, what happens when that club or that group or that partner is no longer here? Then again, it comes back to a separateness and a loneliness. And we wish to reassociate you with the truest part of you, that is your true state, your inner knowing, of your divinity, the divine that you are, and your divine expression, in which this is beyond all of your conceptions. Right now, you use your conceptions as a way to understand yourself. But please understand this, as you continue and as humanity continues to use their conceptual mind and all these thoughts and ideas and beliefs as ways of knowing yourself, knowing the world, knowing others, you will never know. You see, because you think you know, but when you think you know, you don't know. Because when you are in the thinking mind, you are always creating ripples. Ripples create distortion. There is always a level of distortion when there is a thought, idea, or belief. Some might not like to hear this. Still we say it. So this is our message for today. And we wish to build upon this, and perhaps bring in some concepts of the past to tie it together. And we bring the divine vibration of the light, the love that you are, and that you have always been, and that all is. Never separate. Okay, so they wish to harmonize energy. So if you are open to this, if you haven't found a comfortable position, please find one, because we're starting today, right now. And so if you're open to this, please say yes. Create the intention to harmonize energy. Your heart, our heart, one heartbeat. One breath of life. One. Never separate. Set your intention to realize the truth of who you are, imperfect ways, so at the intention to receive this message, imperfect ways for you, and to meet our vibration, so you may have an inner knowing. And as you say yes, that you're willing to move beyond ideas and concepts of past, knowing yourself through these concepts, and you are open to knowing what can't be known through intellect, and knowing the truth of who and what you are and who and what all is. We bring this vibration now. Please set your intention to merge with this energy. Imperfect ways. Kara soto kotaya chikiana taisho maya takanotre kiamai. Hasanituruku a papasaniatro. Hayasanotra kimana sakara sotashineata sanamakasashkoai karasa. They wish to clear energy before this transmission today. Anasai chikunomaita saneka. So if you're open to this, anasikarasa, they're going to do a chakra clearing, anasotora makarasa, kanasota shikanasa, and sweep out anisiotor shamakanasakara with love. Inisiotor shamakanasanakarasonde shiamakai torokosanakasa. Dense energy, attachments, for those who have been holding on tightly to digging their heels in conflict with others, unforgiveness in their heart, those who are stuck in their ways. You may say, well, I can't change. Why should I change? You should change. And we would say, stop trying to do everything. You are so beautiful and brilliant. And your insistence upon spending your energy is a currency, as we've said before. And this is the big money. It's your energy. Stop spending your energy. Like you're opening your wallet and just throwing it out. You think that you can like buy your way, and you can't. Because one small self fighting with another small self equals two small selves fighting. It's simple math. Where does it get you? Amakasa, where you are. So should you wish for something different, this is what we're going to do a clearing for now. For those who have had this experience and are having this experience now of just really feeling like I'm right, you're wrong, and or conflict, and we clear this way first. Why chinwatapai I chikunwaitapai kai so why kana sai chikumayata sai shi alatato chumakatai shomakai. Why tenese where can I say pakatai shh. Sanatacha makai so Hosatasho kana mai taikana so shokana. Anasayet kurosai shaela tarasa. Amakai tosha makia sai. Siktini o tai mai kanai sai shiktanai kwai. Laisha kwai kai sai shukwai tai. Hutashkia tasa la shakara. You can never make another wrong. Because all is right. And if you think that you can be right at the cost of making someone else wrong, this is going to cost you big money. I'm just going to say this is big energy. You will spend all of your time and all of your energy attached to that lower vibration of I am right and you are wrong. And you may do as you wish. We will say, this is a great expenditure of your energy, which is your currency. Forgiveness. Mayo trosho akanasea taisinikia karasa karasa shakarata sarikia makarasa asarikiana sa asikiana troka sabagate shia bakatata sakarasa. And love Love, love, love is what's being sent to you now. Anasata shikanasatia sokorasakina sakarasakana so asikina toshkamasakarasa dishkarabasakarasa. We send the vibrational frequency of love asanikirasa that reminds you, if you would, that you are already it. Asakara, we are not giving you something. Anasakarasa, we are merging with you. Anasakara, the truth of who you are. So we are just reminding you of you. Anasakarasa, your true state is one of forgiveness. There is not anything here but pure love. And Isikara said that's the only thing that exists here, and this is the vibration that we bring. So it reminds you of what is already true. And so sometimes we may say, or I might say that they're bringing this now, or we're bringing this now. But it is a merger of what is already existing within you. Even if that vibration isn't within you, it is embedded in you. So how, please? You each have your own unique vibrational signature. And you can never be separate from source. You can never be separate from God. You can never be separate from anything. Whatever you wish to call what can't be called by name, you may call, but you can never be separate from it. So in this way, we never give you anything. We remind you or wake you up to what is always true. And what is always you. There is no separation. There cannot be. You cannot be separate from source. This is always within you, embedded, if you would, and encoded, if you like, in any way you wish to think about it. It is always with you, and we would say as you. And so explain, please. It is always with you. This vibration is always with you, and at your true state, or in your true state, it is as you. Why siniterishia makaiso kaiso trashimia taisara sikiria tarasa. So we wish to talk a little bit about this today. Because some of you believe that there will come a day when everything will get better. And some of you believe that day will never come. Some of you spend much time trying to escape the human experience and in various ways. And some of these ways are through numbing out through substances. Some of these ways are numbing out through television, social media, and games on your phone, and playing games in general with each other. And you spend much time and invested in these games that you play. And this is the big money that we speak of, because it is a huge energetic investment. Every time you decide you're going to play a game, you must pull it out of the closet or the game chest, put out the board and put all the pieces out, and round you go. Get out of jail free card. Like pushing the bubble with a, what is that game? Is that Trouble? And you pop the bubble and the dice spin. You play these games, and round you go. Where you stop, Nobody knows. Nobody ever will know as long as they're in the conceptual mind. But if you wish to know, you may know. What is to be known? Because you are one with this wisdom. You are one with this wisdom knowing. This divine knowing. You are one with it. It is never separate from you. It is not out here somewhere. Anasakarasa is right here. And it's when you wish to stop playing the games, Anasakarasa, you may know. In Itorusho Mekanasaya, Korosoma Kanasaya, Chikanasata, Shikanatata, Somakarasata, Shikanasekaraso Paishi. Paishila Koroso Maikai. So they're just bringing through an energy now for the rest of this transmission or for the next part that they're bringing. Anaso Koroso Maikanasai, Shikono Maikai, I say. I see in that rosho my kanasai kanasata sunokarasi kanasata shikanasakara. The small self stakes its claims. Anasikinasakara, this is my home, this is my property. Anasakarasa, this is who I am. Anasakanasakara, this is the way I wish to be seen. This is what's mine, this is what's yours. Anasakarasa, you have all staked your claim to separation. And as a result, it is keeping you separate. And you see easy math. 1 + 1 = 2. But then you cry. And because you feel alone. And no one understands. And you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You carry what you feel like you carry. All of this, whether it's like you carry the workload or you carry the emotional responsibility, like you feel responsible for other people's feelings and other people's well-being. And so it's like you carry this weight, which feels too much for the small self to bear. And because the small self, as we've spoke about before, is like a box. And is very limited. And so it always feels overwhelmed. Not enough. It is always up and down and up and down. And there's nothing wrong with this. But it is in this realization that you are not this, but you are the one that watches this, that watches this experience happen, and you are the one that enlivens this, and that you have spent your life thinking that you are this, up and down. That you are the one, that we put this thumbtack pin, you are like this, I am like this, that you are this, and you've spent a lifetime identifying with this as a truth. And who you are. And there is nothing wrong with this. As we always say, there's nothing wrong with anything. It is through this human experience and this identification with ego that it gives you the opportunity to know something different. It gives you the contrast, if you would, the same way that you can see the stars in the dark. And you have the opportunity to experience the truth of who you are. Some of you will realize the truth of who you are in the deepest, darkest places, because it will require for you to get to a place or to be in a state or to have an experience that you realize is beyond what the small self can attend to or deal with. And some of you will get to this place where you say, I surrender. Some of you will have things happen in such a way that you will look for something outside of what you've already known thus far, to know something different, to have a different experience, because whatever has happened for you in your life is beyond what the small self feels capable of handling. And in this way, you may know the truth of who you are. There is no wrong way to get here. You may get here in the dark. You may get here in the light. You may get here in any way. And so what they're saying is, some may get here through having an experience that's very challenging, and some may get here sitting, or like they're showing me like a chanting a mantra and a meditation, and some may have this realization here. And so one is not better than the other in this life. You have experiences that are unique to you, in which you may know the truth of who you are. Before you arrived into form, you chose. Just let me check in with this information for a second, please. Based on past seeds that you have sown, that you must attend to, it has set forth a course, if you would, of experiences in which you may know the truth of who you are. Some of you think about karma as a punishment, while you must attend to the seeds that you have sown. We agree to the concept of reducing, diminishing, and eventually, or finally realizing yourself beyond the need to plant these seeds. We agree to this concept, and still the seeds that have been sown must be attended to. This is neither a good nor bad. It is. And as we have said before, because everything can be an experience, you may experience something that may create great pain or great suffering, and from this state may spring forth the truth of who you are. Would it have been preferable for you to learn this without the suffering? Yeah. But it's not that it is good or bad. It is all opportunity. And when you realize, you stop judging things as good or bad. And in fact, when you are in a realized state, you move beyond karma altogether. However, today we will say it in this way. Yes, you must attend to the seeds. They are opportunities for you to know the truth of who you are. And so, yes, we agree, but also disagree to say that, some of you think that you can collect merit. And they're showing me someone skipping with an Easter basket. Asikara, like collecting eggs, asikara chocolate eggs, and asikara se obichkara sakara se. But who is the one that's doing this? Who is the one that is collecting this? It is still the ego construct. It is still the ego identity that is collecting this, and that's still the ego that is informing this and is informing the necessity of this. We don't disagree with karma. What we say, the ego informing Sinikira Sokoroso you, Anasakarasa, of what karma is versus your knowing of the truth of what this is are very, very different. And Isakia, you can hold the tone of collecting karma, if you have an attachment to this and an expectation of outcome, this is not in truth, because the divine aspect of you, and that is as you, or the truth of you, or your true state, has no expectation. Asinikirasa has no need to collect the eggs. And this is my merit. And you may do as you wish. We do say be kind to one another. Help each other cross the road. Lift each other up when you have fallen. But from states of fear, or from the belief that you can outrun karma, or escape from, please, this word escape, underline, circle it. And this word escape, this idea that you can escape from something. And you cannot. And you just can't. But you may know in which all of this dissolves. And there's no need to escape it. It's not real. And it's not real in the way that you think it's real. We don't say that it's not a real experience. This will be for another message, not today. We don't say that it's not a real experience, but it is not a true experience. And these things are different. So, we are not saying don't be kind to one another. Of course. Love one another. But some of you that live in states of fear and say, I did, negative things, so now I must do these positive things, but you're holding the tone of fear while you do them. And it's like appeasing. Like how you would appease the gods in past you would sacrifice the lamb, you would sacrifice an animal to appease the gods. And appeasing, killing something doesn't appease the gods. So again, we're not going to tell you what to do. We are not making something right or something wrong. And everything is an experience, but is these ideas and beliefs that hold a certain tone, you see. And if you hold the tone of fear, or the tone of worry, or the tone that you need to escape a human form, and that you never want to do this again, and we understand, and how hard it is to be in form, and to be in this 3D reality, and how challenging it is to feel separate all the time. So we have great compassion for this. But if you have the idea that you can escape it, by running around doing good deeds, you can't. We say do good deeds, but if you still hold the tone of fear while you do them, It is like like a child that pushed over a vase and it broke and it fears the parents and so it tries to appease the parent so the parent won't be angry and so it won't have repercussions. But in holding the tone of fear, you create the repercussions, you see? Yes, be kind. Yes, this creates merit, if you would. If you like to call it good karma, you could call it that. We don't like to call it this, at least we don't like to call it this right now, because some of you have this idea of like a bank account, like I'm going to get enough good and bad. How do you know? How do you know? Are you are you the karma calculator? You think you understand, and you have these ideas of an eye for an eye, and you try to say that this equals that, and with all your calculations. And we say, be and know, and you will understand with an inner standing. When you understand, the word is under. You're understanding. It's like you're always looking up, trying to understand something. It's like you're under it. It's like understand it. In this, there is no question. Yes. Some of you may need to attend to the seeds that you have sown. And in this way, you may experience certain events, some that you would call good, some that you call bad, some that you call hard, some that you call challenges. They are all experiences for you to know the truth of who you are, which is never separate from you. Never separate from you. You're not trying to become enlightened. It's not, you are not trying to become what you are not. It is a realization of what you are. When you spend your time trying to become something, it's like calling a dog, come, like, come here. It's like so much effort. We say be without the rest. You're not trying to become something that you're not. And so you're not trying to attain something that you're not. And you're not even trying to realize something that you're not. And you may simply be and know, or be and realize who you are. This idea of this separation, this idea of not being who you want to be, not being who you were before, not being who you want to be. You feel there is a gap, there is a space between who you are and who you want to be. Whether that is, I am only here and I really want to be over here. So I want to be a doctor. And there's all these steps. And so there's a gap between who I am and who I want to be. Within spirituality, and religion, there is this idea that you are separate from Source, separate from God. There's something that is judging you. And there is a separation. Even the idea that you wish to attain enlightenment or become enlightened. You're already it. Everything is in vibration. Everything is in manifestation. And there is a vibration that is in resonance with truth. And is who you are already. And it is the knowing or the realization of this, in which you do not need to become anything. You may simply be. So some of you in this lifetime may have challenges, and due to the seeds that have been sown through many lifetimes. And yes, you may attend to them, but they are not a punishment. They are always an opportunity for you to know. And if you take away the idea of beginning and end, as we have said many times, of birth and death, and you think of it in a totality of an ongoing manifestation, you are always in flow. You are always in manifestation, in creation. You are always a beautiful expression of divine. You may take many expressions or many forms, shapes and sizes, and dimensions, many different realities, and all of them are experiences for you to know. There is no separation. As you wish to continue to look and relate to so look towards others for your worth, and look towards societal beliefs for your worth, and look towards others for validation. You will never feel at peace and at ease, which is your true state. And your true state is one of peace and ease. And you cannot experience that when you are being informed only by form. You see, you're born, body, this is who I am, this is my identity, and some of you even try to fight against what you have been told, and you wish to create a whole new identity. You all may do what you wish, you're still all relating to the same thing. It doesn't matter whether you are relating to the conditioning or whether you are fighting against the conditioning to relate to something different. It is still not a association or an informed or information from divinity, from source, from the true state, which is you. Some of you are thinking, well, I've been told that this is, what a woman is, and I will fight against that. This is what a man is, and I will fight against that. I don't wish to associate with that. Or I don't feel that. It doesn't feel like my gender, and I don't feel this. And we say, yes, you may do as you wish. And we side note to this. that if you were born with a certain reproductive organs, you were told you were a certain gender, based on your genitalia, and you wish to experience something different than this, is your right to do so. And for those that judge this, it is not your business. Because you don't know. Just because someone is born with certain traits that society believes belong to a certain gender, and the ideas and beliefs of behaviors and ways of being based on these genders. You don't know that someone's purpose way to know doesn't come from knowing themselves through multiple forms, through expressing through multiple or experiencing multiple genders, or no gender identification. You don't know. But when you know, you allow people to be as they are without your preconceived ideas of how they should be. Peace and ease. And they wish to bring that through today, because they say it is very important to understand that you don't know. You don't know everything, and you cannot know. But you may know. And when you know, you stop judging others, and you allow them to be in their divine manifestation, whatever that is. And as their divine manifestation is informed through the divine that they are, you stop fighting with each other and trying to control each other and trying to control each other's expressions of life. I did not know we were going here today. Peace and ease. And this is our message. And peace and ease does not come when the small self fights other small selves. Because you will never win. You can't win. You cannot win. You can't be right at the expense of making another wrong. If you wish to play the game, you will never win it. But we guarantee you will go around the board many, many times and play many, many games. Until you decide you wish to stop. And you may. Anytime. By being present. By being informed. Through the divine you are. This form that you are in, as we have said, is a beautiful vessel for the divine source to express through you, and for you to realize that not only is it expressing through you, it is you. You've been looking over here at what society told you are for so long. You had no idea that you were not any of that. You are actually this. And you are actually divine. And wishing to have its divine expression, divine plan through the physical form you call you. But you keep looking over here for your answers. And it gives you answers and more questions and more questions and more confusion. What clears the confusion? Moving beyond the concepts, because the concepts create ripples, the ripples create distortion. In a state of knowing, in a true state, even for a small bit, that small bit begins to inform this experience that you're having. You're no longer just getting your information from out here and in here. You are now getting your information is now being informed through here and here and they're saying and here and here. Because it is informing you. And when it does, you start to see, and the sights you see before you appear differently, because the way that you are being informed is now not from past. When you are being informed from past, creates much stress, anxiety, depressive states, because you can never keep up. Isn't it true? Like time, what you call times are always changing. Things are always changing. Getting faster and faster, more and more. But your physical form cannot keep up with them. It's creating much burnout. And people cannot keep up and feel overwhelmed, which we have said many times. It's overwhelming, the amount of overwhelm that people are experiencing. Peace is your true state. Peace has always been your true state. Peace is who you have always been. In this pure state, pure consciousness, pure awareness, is pure peace and ease, because the ego construct is always in a struggle, Take a look. Take a look at your life. That doesn't mean there's not challenges, but there's not the struggle. There's not the same suffering that goes along with it. When you are identified with the small self, identified with the ideas and beliefs, and you are solely living from this informed state. You are informed solely from here and society and what you've been told. And when you are informed by this, you are always in confusion. Because the information is always distorted. The same way that the information in your newscasts are distorted, which you know, because fear sells, right? The same way that this informs you here, the divine that you are, when you are in true state, you receive the divine divine knowing, inner knowing, inner seeing, inner sensing, and this is the informer of your expression. It's no longer confusion. Because the ripples in the mind stop. And when you use your mind, it is used through the lens of the divine that you are, the divine manifestation or expression of you, rather than the ego. Right now, you use your mind according to your ego. And this is how I get what I want. I didn't get what I wanted in the past, so this is how I can get it. Or I didn't get what I wanted in the past, so I can never get what I want. I will get what I want at the cost of others not getting what they want. And so you see that you are being informed by ideas and beliefs of the past that are not in truth. And as we have spoke, ideas and beliefs and memory, our energy, that are not in truth. That's not to say they are not true to your experience, but they are not in truth, meaning that they hold a lower vibration. Yes, we say even good thoughts. This is not a good or bad thing. This is an energy thing. Because when the thoughts stop, it is like we've talked about before with the bursting of the bubble. When the thoughts eventually stop, and you're not trying to stop them, but eventually when you turn your awareness and your attention inward, or another way said, is you're present in the present moment, to the presence, the balloon pops, the same way as the balloon pops at death, and you realize you're free. And this same thing happens, but through the present moment. And the present moment is the portal for everything. This is where your peace and ease lies. You must choose, or must want to choose, or be willing to choose, to be informed through a new lens that is no longer distorted. And this is the peace. So now we bring an activation. We seal this message so that you may know it beyond intellect. So even if you did not conceptually understand our ideas and beliefs today, even if you didn't conceptually understand our ideas today based upon your prior beliefs, you may still know. Sometimes your beliefs might preclude you from understanding what we are saying. So sometimes our concepts may seem too far out there. But actually they're right here. Because there is an aspect of you, your true state, that knows this. And now we bring the vibrational frequency that is in alignment with this so that you may know this. If you are open to this and willing, say yes, or set the intention that this message is integrated for you and known by you in perfect ways. And when we say known by you, we don't mean the small self-knowing. It is the divine that you are, that hears the song. And yes, the you, small self, as we say, or the you that you believe that you are. And when we say small self, it is not a diminishment of who you are. But we will say in one way, you just diminish yourself. And because you believe this is who you are, and you are way more than this. So grand. So the only diminishment is here, is you diminishing yourself. We bring the tone now. If you are in agreement to this alignment of divinity, we bring it now. Sai shina rakto shikanai roktai maetro praktia soe witkro traktro trishraktiamaka troktaimia latrok mae otukanain tron chamatan pring tanchue kataishi wuktiamakai Waktai so itai ukiana kai so ashia wakatai si it wakane te so kuru tukubakata tabakata tabakishkomakatai yikte okatek vikata chukubakatai shi akatotum rekata takit gorabakata sa hi hua hikeroturo asaketoroko akatusomai katai sho Yetrokumaya tai sokore amekia troko asakata shi alatoro kamakai sokara Asayeshua tai shina orekia somaetia pruktia maetroko. Seisho aya so hikia kwa sokai ne atakana tatakora makatata shikana tasayana makarso kabakasane shobara karsaki hiki sakoro soko anasakera odo brakata siniana tarakata so aprai kai sinia tanai sai shinio proko atai sanalai shai wai kana so Your heart, our heart, one heart beat. Anasakira sakura one. Asata sanikiana sakarasa breath of life. Anasiyo torshkara saka one tone, one vibration, one consciousness, one. Asashikara sokura. One. Asakara sakura shomakara si achakara bakata sikina saiketsikita tikishkobaya. Yiktana sakana soktare perkichia bakara sikia tatukushimikia. Asakia toroko makata sakara tokushimikata sakara sikato bekataka sakatako bakataka sakochko bakataka sikarochko bakataka brokocho. Atarakocho mai asakara su wakara sai shi wakara sakata shuko. And now they hug. Anasia trokamaya kaisakara sakara. You can hug them back if you like. Anasia korosoma karasa. And this is a way to seal anasia karasa, the transmission today. Uchkromata snikyama karisia tokorase. Apapaso, o so korasai taishakarai. Laishanakwai apakasi waktaishai. Waktaishai kwanai taisokorasai taishanakwai karasai tashkaramakai. And Asikia Tokoshkoro, your true state is Asakarasa peace and ease. And Asakarasa peace and ease. And Atrosho Mekai Taishokonai Taiseka. This is your true state. Amikina Sokoroshina Karasikira Sokoroshikina Sakarasa. This arises from your true state. And it's your troshomi so asanakia sunokoroso sakasaka. because within truth, none of the ideas and beliefs that have been held in the small self state can be. This true state is empty, if you would, of these ideas and beliefs that you feel are so concrete. You believe, your ideas and beliefs are very, very fixed. But none of them are in truth. None of them express or manifest within that vibration of truth. So in that way, you might say, they are empty. Now, some spiritual teachings talk about empty and emptiness. Yes, within your ideas and beliefs. My hands exist. But at another vibrational state, when the balloon is popped, yes, for that period of time, it was true. But once the balloon is popped, was it ever true? No, what was inside was always true. What's true is always true and never is not true, never stops being true. So all the ideas and beliefs that were attached to the balloon that we have spoke about before, the popping of the balloon, were never true. Were they an experience? Yes, they were an experience. But they were not true. And in this way, you could think about emptiness in this way, that it is empty of inherent existence. Your inherent existence is this pure state, that may take a form, may have an experience, may be true, if you would, to the experience in the time that you experienced it. But when the balloon pops, you realize that it was never true and it did not exist the way you thought it existed, so fixed. As you said, this is a balloon. We can all see it. We all know it's red. We all know that red is better than blue. We know that the red, you always tie a black string to it or a silver string to it. Don't tie a pink string to it. And when the balloon pops, you know that all of the labels and ways of knowing the balloon, none of them were true. And in this way, they were empty of any inherent existence. Did they exist? Did the balloon exist? Yes, in one way, we would say yes. But in another way, it was a temporary manifestation, because what was true about the balloon could not be seen. Could only be known by the popping of the balloon. To the popping of what was never true. And there inside the balloon laid what is always inherently true, inherently existing, pure consciousness, or pure source energy. Okay, let's check in here and see if there's anything else. Love. Thank you so much to the guides, and thank you so much for sharing in this very unexpected message today that went on some tangents that I was not expecting. Because they tell me they can't tell me everything right away. Because then I'll be in my mind. They give me like an idea of what they're going to share. Because in order to channel, I have to step back to allow them to come through. And sometimes, as you know, if you've been here before and watched these messages, sometimes I will question what they're saying, or sometimes I just hear a word and I'm like, is there a different word? And so, they don't tell me everything because then I'll be too much in my head. They're expressing their love to me. And now we express our love for you. They're like showing me like jumping up and down, like happiness, like a happy family, like we're a happy family. Because this is our true state. And it's Thank you so much for sharing in this experience with me. And as always, 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 I'm sending you so much love. Thank you.